How do? Andrew here. I love anime, but I have no patience. So, I'm going to give every new show the spring 2017 season one episode to hook me. Welcome to Debut Review. Today's show is Tsugumomo. Tsugumomo. If that's a word, I don't know it. One day, Kagami Kazuya, a completely ordinary boy, suddenly encounters Kiriha, a beautiful girl in a kimono. Even though Kazuya has no recollection of meeting her before, Kiriha calls out, "Long time no see," to him. It turns out Kiriha is actually a Tsukumogami. Tsukumogami. Okay. I have no idea what a Tsukumogami is. Whose true identity is the precious obi Kazuya carries around that used to belong to his late mother. And obi is the sash thing that ties a kimono together. Kiriha is actually a Tsukumogami whose true identity is the precious obi Kazuya carries around that used to belong to his late mother. So she is the obi? Okay, so is Tsukumogami that thing that spirit-inhabited objects? I may have heard of this one before, and it's just not coming to me. Anyway, all kinds of bizarre phenomena unfold around the sadistic beauty Kiriha in this supernatural action comedy. Oh, my. But that poster is cheeky. What is all that crap? I guess it's an unfurled obi, is what all that's supposed to be. Oh, and she has pointy ears. Okay. Supernatural action comedy, alright. Okay, Tsugumomo. Impress me. This one started fairly strong and then just kind of face planted in the last third. And yet I might still check out episode 2. I found there's a lot that I liked about this one. They call it a supernatural action comedy. Yeah, it has supernatural, it has action, and it's pretty damn funny in places. Not all the jokes work, for me, but I genuinely laughed several times throughout the episode, so I might check out another episode to see where it goes and to see if the humor remains consistent enough. What I liked, some of the things that I found funny is were a lot of the little details and a lot of the dialogue choices, and a lot of some of the other choices that somewhat subvert your expectations. For instance, our hero here, whatever his name is, Larry or something, Kagami, yeah, I was close. Oh, and a Tsukumogami is a spirit that has possessed an object which can now animate. So that's what that is. So I think I was in the realm of close. Anyway, so Scooby's mom passed away at some point, and he's hauling around her obi kimono sash because it finds it comforting and it reminds him of her. So every day at school, and he seems to be one of the only students in this school. It's one of those things. It's like, is it after hours? Because he seems to be the only student at the school. But anyway, he goes up to the roof and he sniffs that kimono and he sleeps with it. And it's like, I know you miss your mom, and that's totally fine. And carrying around a memento of someone who is really important to you is totally fine. But sniffing the damn thing every day is starting to cross the line into creepy territory. But who am I to judge? So he's on the roof sniffing his dead mom's obi when he sees a severed head on the floor. Actually, that's what I thought when I first saw it, but it's not a severed head, it's just a wig. And he's like, huh, I didn't notice that up here before. And he walks over to it and just walks straight past. Doesn't care, just keeps walking. I'm like, okay, didn't see that coming. And this wig basically seems to be another Tsugumomo, and goes full Medusa, Inhumans Medusa, animated hair, and just whoosh, and grabs him and chucks him off the roof. And as he's falling off the roof, he says to himself, oh, this is death. He's like, oh, I'm dead. Huh. I'm about to die. Just so, like, huh. Matter of fact, that one, just the way it was said and the way the line was delivered struck me as funny. But, of course, the obi in his backpack explodes into the pantsless girl on the poster, and she cushions his fall. And the wig is on some other student who attacks him, and the pantsless girl defends him by wrapping him in one of the tendrils and hanging him upside down. And she says, I've saved your life twice now, from one attack from Medusa Girl and one attack and falling off a roof. So now you are my servant. And he's hanging upside down by his thing. What really drives it home is the way it's animated, because she just he's hanging upside down right next to her. And she's, keeping an eye on the Medusa character, and has just got him by the, playing with its head, and just kind of like a mouse dangling on a string and a cat batting at it. I mean, she's suspending him upside down, but she just plays with them hanging there, and just the way it's animated really works. And then he's like, what are you talking about? So she dangles him in front of the Medusa character and said, better choose. So that was entertaining. And we got a really nice supernatural fight between Medusa and Pantsless Girl. Setting the stage for we could have some really interesting, supernatural battles here in this show that are fun to watch. And so he goes home and walks past who I at first thought was his mother, but then I went, oh wait, mother's dead, so that's his sister, I guess. And she says, hey, want to take a bath together? And he just brushes it off. He says, no, we're not kids anymore. Goes to his room, and Pantsless Girl is there, and she says, buy me snacks, and so he does. And she says, no, when I say snacks, I mean pudding, so he gets her pudding. Then he goes down to eat dinner with his sister, and she says, hey, do you want to marry me now? Half-sister, full sister, step-sister? Dunno. Is she just kidding? Dunno. So she says, well, the bath's ready for you. And he says, great. She says, I'll be with you in a minute. He says, please don't. So he goes to the bathroom, about to take a bath, and he's like, I wonder where Pantsless Girl went. Obviously, she's in the shower. But he doesn't know that because he's not very self-aware. Or not very meta. So he takes off his clothing, and what I noticed was something I enjoyed immensely. The fact that he has a Band-Aid on his right arm from where he got hurt in the battle with Medusa. She, like, shoots little spiky tendrils and he gets hit in the arm. I'm like, well, little continuity there. Clappity clap, well done. And, of course, Pantsless Girl is in the shower. and naked, so without pants or anything else. And he's there and he thinks, well, okay, so she's either going to slap me or strangle me. Nope, she says, hey, wash my back. And he goes, all right. And she says, okay, your turn, I'll wash your back. And then she molests him. It's played for laughs. I didn't think it was funny. Your mileage may vary. And that's about where the episode ends. He's like, all right, I'll get the guest futon. And she says, why? He's like, she says, you've been sleeping with me being the Obi, every night. So what's the difference? And he's like, I guess that makes sense. And so they're laying next to each other, and he thinks, you know, I have no idea who this spirit is possessing my mom's Obi, but there's something familiar and comforting. And then, of course, she, rolls over and hugs him like a body pillow. He's like, ah, girl touching me, ah, and that's where the show ends. So, the first 2/3 actually had quite a lot about it. That there's a lot of really good comic timing and little details in the blocking and animation that really sells a lot of the humor for me. And then it just kind of face planted for me in the back third. But it had enough interesting stuff, enough that I found genuinely funny, and action sequences that were genuinely fun to watch, that, I think I'll check out episode 2 and see how that goes. So, Tsugumomo. We've found one that'll actually watch episode 2. Nice. I'm going to eat now because I'm starving. See you next time.